What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today we have the Destroyer. We're going to be using him as a 6-star rank 5. And before we get into the gameplay, let's quickly talk about his abilities. So he's actually a pretty fun champion and really easy to use. First off, he's got immunities to poison and bleed, armor break, and slow. So this is pretty good, especially for like the upcoming meta we have for BGs. He could actually be pretty good on defense because Footloose there is like an unstoppable. So him being immune to slow, pretty good stuff. He also is immune to Intimidate and Infuriate, so you can't really use like Mantis and stuff like that. He destroys Indestructible and Immortality buffs, which is nice. I wonder if he's gonna work for, the Serpent's Death Immunity. That will be interesting. And then whenever the opponent tries to get a buff when hitting his block, it's gonna get replaced by a Rappel buff, which does nothing. Now, he has a passive Unstoppable whenever he's dashing towards you. So that actually could make him a bit of an annoying defender if there is like a node that you need to intercept him, like, I don't know, Everflow intercepting Alliance War. So that's kind of annoying. But if you can stun him, probably not gonna be the biggest deal. And then when you have a buff active, he gains a protection passive, which reduces his damage by 5% for each buff on you. And that maxes up to 5 buffs. So he can have up to 25% damage reduction on everything, which is pretty interesting, honestly. Now, this is how we gain our charges. This is basically our damage source. So, we gain 2 charges whenever we are immune to an armor break, whenever the opponent gets a buff, or fails to get a buff due to their being immune to buffs. So, if someone like uses Titania or something, and they dex, you're gonna get 2 buffs. Now, when you intercept, punish a heavy or special, you gain 5. So, you want to do those, because when you get 25 charges, you get a Fury. And those Furies can stack up to 4. And if you get, 100 charges, which basically means 4 Furies, you also gain a power gain passive, giving you 4 bars of power. And it's crazy. It's crazy how fun this guy becomes when you get 100 charges. You're going to see when we talk about the SIG as well. And also the easy way to refresh your Furies is by knocking the opponent down. So it's just very, very easy to keep 4 Furies for the whole fight. Now, the SP1 gives you 10 charges per hit, 10 of those charges per hit. If you want to throw that and ramp up a little bit faster, I usually throw a special one at least, so it just doesn't make the fight that much harder. Because if you don't throw a special one, you're going to need to do like more intercepts, counter heavies, specials, and all that stuff. So it's going to take a little bit more time. So I think throwing a special one is better. And also the final hit is passively unblockable and inflicted a non-stacking hinder debuff, which reduces the opponent's future buffs by 75%, which is actually pretty good, honestly. Underrated debuff. I don't think we've seen that actually. And then also the special 2 is your damage source, because the first hit pauses the degen, and basically the special 2 does more damage if the opponent is degened. And you place a degen with your special 3 right here. And your special 3 also gives you an unblockable passive and a 33% potency energize, which pauses during the opponent's special attacks, which is pretty cool. And then while this passive is active, special 3 cannot be activated, and special 1 and 2 grant no power to the opponent. So you just go like crazy after the special 3. Now the SIG. The SIG is actually important if you want to get maximum damage. And take a look at this. So the Destroyer's personal power gain pauses while at 3 bars of power. So let's say you activate your 100 charges and you get that power gain that gives you 4 bars of power. And like let's say you have like 2.5 bars and the opponent throws a special, you're gonna get to 3 bars of power. And then when the opponent does their animation, your power gain is gonna be paused. And if you don't have your Destroyer awakened, you're just going to lose a ton of bars of power, because the opponent is not going to let you throw the special 3 because they're going to be going with their animation there. So that's actually pretty huge. And then while any power gain effect is active, special 3 damage is increased by 50%. So that's pretty interesting too. Get some nice damage. Also, the protection passive's potency for magically enhanced armor is increased by flat 5% per buff. Pretty good stuff. More protection. We love that. Now, this is the last part, is probably the thing that's going to make him a little bit annoying on defense, depending on who you use. When struck, inflict an instant rupture, dealing 40% of the damage prevented by personal protection as physical damage. So basically, let's say you have like 5 buffs on you and you hit the opponent, he's gonna have basically 25 of those protection charges, which are gonna reduce the damage by 25%. So all the damage that he prevents from those protections, you're gonna take that back. And yeah, just imagine if you have like one bad matchup where you have some buffs that cannot be prevented, like someone that has to activate buffs to like work, someone like Hyperion or something, you know, mostly talking about cosmic champions, and this guy's a mystic. But like, yeah, if you have buffs, even dexterity counts, you're gonna take some damage. And the interesting thing about this is that even at Sig 1, the damage doesn't change. The only thing that scales with the Sig is the power gain, sorry, the special 3 damage, and also the protection. So that is gonna be interesting. Now for the relic that I chose, I think it's obviously obvious that you should use the Ghost Rider one, because this gives you degeneration vulnerability. It also gives you more direct damage effect potency, and degen is direct damage, and then more power gain potency. So yeah, let's go into the fights. So this is gonna be the first fight. We have a 218,000 health Drax, and this is a rank 5 destroyer. We're not gonna use recoil masteries in this one. So let's see what he does, man. Like, honestly, I am excited to use him with recoils as well, because he is immune to both of them. So that does make him a pretty good option. And, you know, we're doing a bunch of intercepts. You can see we got our first Fury with 25 charges. And, yeah, we are doing a lot of intercepts. But the cool thing about this guy is that he's got the Unstoppable. So if you were to get hit, you're only going to get him once. And then he goes on a cooldown. But if your opponent gets 3 buffs, the cooldown is off, or you just wait the seconds. So here I want to actually knock him down, refresh my Fury. That's a sick heavy attack. And yeah, we're just gonna go for a special 3 or 2. I think we're going to special 2. Yeah, special 2. Not the best damage, but still nice, because you know, if you have degen on the opponent, it does more damage, that last blast. But that fight was like not bad. That was 48 seconds. Let's see how he does against 700k health pool. Instead of 210, let's see 710. So 500k more. So obviously here we are gonna go for the special 3. But yeah, I think this guy, for like fights that don't last too long, you can go for the special 2. Like, you don't have to go SP3. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna skip any SP3 animation in this video, just so I can, you know, showcase the exact time that it's gonna take for the animation to complete. But there we go, pop that special 1, we get 30 charges, apply the hinder debuff, which decreases his buff potency by 75%, not too bad. Already have 81 of those charges, and this is a fight where Drax only gains 1 buff from his SP1. We're gonna fight like the Gladiator afterwards, where he gets like a ton of buffs every like 2 seconds. You're gonna see. So now the special 3, you know, I had the special 3 and my power gain was paused for a second. And now we are gonna be unblockable. We're gonna get the Energize, and also the opponent's gonna get inflicted with a degen. And that's a 6 special 3, man. So we're gonna throw the relic. It's unblockable. We place the degen vulnerability. We get the vicious passive. Pop that special 2. And we get a nice 82,000 degen. We have another special 2 ready, because 4 bars of power is pretty dang OP, man. And then the Energize just gives us a lot of power. And then one more combo is gonna place us another special 2. Another 80,000. Finish him off with the relic. That was really good, man. So this is 700k health in 1 minute and 21 seconds. That, honestly, dude, I am very impressed by how this guy did that. And this is just a Drax with 1 buff. He gains 1 buff from his abilities. The Gladiator gets like, he starts with now with a what's it called, a Vigilance, and he also gets like every 2 seconds his confidence. So we are gonna ramp a lot faster in this fight. We don't need to do that many intercepts, because every time he gets a buff, we get 2 charges. I'm still gonna pop the special 1. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna show you the same fight, Gladiator, with the special 2 rotation, and then with the special 3 rotation. So this is about 500k health. So here I want to bait his special 2, and then I want to counter him with a heavy so that I can refresh my Furies before they fall off. There we go. And now we have our 4 Furies. Pop the special 2, 27,000. Not the best, but you can throw like 3 special 2s, because 4 bars of power is so OP. And look at that. Another special 2. This is a third special 2. And then from his box we get some MD. We're gonna wait for that other one to expire. Pop the relic so we get the Degen vulnerability. Boom. And the vicious. And this guy is almost dead. Like in a BG match now, the fight will be over. There's no opponent that has 500k health. Yeah, honestly, and this is not like even Ascended Destroyer. This is just a rank 5. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty impressed by Destroyer. I think he might actually be better than Serpent. Definitely better than Serpent on attack. I thought this was a special 2, by the way, so I threw the SP1. I also missed the Fury. But let's see how much this took, man. The SP2 rotation, 1 minute and 26 seconds. Now this is gonna be pretty much the same fight. I think he has like 5,000 more HP, which is nothing. Yeah. And we're just gonna go for the special 3 rotation. And I'm not using any synergies or anything. This is just Destroyer doing his thing. So yeah, I think the SIG is like really important, so you can pause the power gain once you hit 3 bars of power, so that, you know, you just maximize your power gain and then spam those special 2s, because that special 2 does hit a lot. Like, it does hit for a lot, especially when you get the Degen on the opponent. You're gonna see the special 3 rotation here is gonna be faster, but honestly, I don't know if you need it for 500k. Like, you can go, sorry, for 500k, I think it'd be better to use the special 3, but like for like 300k, which is about normal for BGs, you can go for special 2s. So yeah, I think throwing one SP1, so look at this, we have a power gain and he threw a special 3, but it's paused because we are awakened. That's like so sick. I love it. So we are gonna be unblockable here. I don't know if we get the relic. Maybe we do. And again, I'm not skipping it so you can see the exact fight. No, we actually did throw the relic. Pop that special 2, it's gonna deal a lot of damage. 82,000. And then another 82,000 after this. And he's done. And look at this. We have a bar of power. And the energize here. We needed like pretty much like a combo. And we get to another special 2, which is another like 100k damage easy. So yeah, as you can see, you don't even need that much damage. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about Destroyer. I think he's actually a really cool champion. He's very simple to use, just intercept, counter their heavy specials. And he's also really cool because if you miss an intercept, he is passively unstoppable. You can, if you don't want to intercept, you can throw more special 1s to get 30 charges from each. And then yeah, if you have him awakened, he's just so fun to use, because that special 3 just gives you so much more damage on your special 2. But like I said, because you get 4 bars of power, you can easily throw 3 special 2s in the fight. In like, once you ramp up, in like 20 seconds you can throw 3 special 2s, which is, it's like at least 150,000 damage, I would say, because the burst was dealing like 27,000, and then the special 2 does some damage on its own as well. So yeah, man, the Destroyer, I'm really excited to use him as a 7-star rank 2 with Recall Masters as well. And yeah, guys, I want to think about him. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.